great. We switched senior day up to the last weekend game so that all parents could be here. You kind of go through the list. Adam Cottrell was a walk-on that came our first year. We kind of preferred walk-on that we recruited. He's an unbelievable kid. He's on academic scholarship here. It's been nice. We've been able to get some big wins where he's been able to get more minutes than a typical walk-on would be able to get. So he's just a great kid to be around. I think you all kind of get good feel for him. He got to do the 94 feet with Billis, which most walk-ons don't get to do that. So he's had a great year for senior year for him. Happy to see him get to senior day. Tom Welch came in, one of those kids who get the fifth year of college because of COVID, had 4 unbelievable years at Bonaventure. We knew him from our time up in Buffalo, and the injury limited his time with us, but he had a great practice today. His leadership's been good. His attitude's been unbelievable. So, we've got Dom, and then we also have Noah Gurley, who's, same deal, fifth year, because he's, he transferred us as a grad transfer, then got another year because the 1 year was COVID year. So, and both those guys have had really good ways about them of leading without playing a ton of minutes. Veteran guys in the locker room. Happy to be able to honor all of them. Senior days are always, interesting, honoring everybody, but I think the team doing a pretty good job. Getting focused on doing this, being Arkansas. So, senior day, outstanding.
Welcome in to the Ropes with TR3. I'm your host, the one and only Trent Richardson, and we do have the one and only 2-time national championship Reggie Ragland Super Bowl winner, and he is via phone today. Reg, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good, Trent. Man, I'm just sitting in the barbershop, getting ready to get a fresh cut.
Oh, that's that noise in the background. Okay, you getting all smooth, no dap over there, huh?
Yeah. I gotta be smoother than wet butter.
What you say? You gotta be smoother than wet butter?
Yeah.
What is wrong with this man? How do you be smoother than wet butter? What?
Man, I don't know. It just sounded good.
What? Country is hell.
I love it. I love it.
But man, we got Nephew over here too, man. He's stepping in, man. He helped me out today, man. Since I'm the only one in studio today, man. Hey, prayers up to Miss Lisa, man. She's going through some stuff on her family, man. So, much love to her, man. And listen, we're here for you. We all family, and we can't wait till you get back, man. But wherever you're going through, just know we're here for you if you need us.
Nephew, what's happening?
Said Nephew, what's happening? Oh, the headphone. There you go, right there.
Reg?
That nigga, all right?
Yeah, he all right, man. He good, man. They just had a spicy conversation a few minutes ago. You missed that. I caught the last 30 minutes of ooh.
Well, that would have been perfect with Reggie.
Oh yeah. Reggie would came up out that seat.
Man, because my style. I said, wow.
Oh man. Man, but what you got going on, man, this weekend, man? How your weekend gonna go?
It's going good, man. Gonna visit some of the fam. Here with my dad right now.
Tell Pastor hey, man.
Yeah, what's up? Nothing, man. Chilling. Yeah, he had a wish sandwich.
He had a wish sandwich.
Yeah. But what he don't know is he got some reels in the car.
Man, we were just talking about, or we were just listening to Coach Oaks, man. What you think about, what the situation. I know what you think about the situation down there with, with Brandon and stuff like that, man. It's a huge distraction, man. But I was talking earlier before the show. I was talking with Smitty and I was talking with Nephew. It's kind of like deja vu to me. When I say deja vu, I've seen this story happen once before. And what I mean by that, man, Cam Newton went through, I don't want to say the same situation, but a similar situation with being suspended like every week. Cam Newton was suspended every week when they were saying that he took the money and all this other stuff. And man, he was suspended every week. Like, that was a lot to fight through. Not knowing if you're going to be able to play this week, being suspended and having to fight through that every week. y'all gonna mess around and make Bama win this championship for real. Like, cause I've seen this before, and the way he handled it, and the class he handled it at, man, like that's what made Cam Newton Superman. But Reg, what you think about all that, man?
Now, first off, I think Brandon's doing a wonderful job, but just letting everybody else handle the situation, and he just worried about sports in school right now. So I think he just keep doing what he's doing, and anything changes, it changes. But as of right now, man, leave the kid alone, man. They want to kill that kid confidence and everything so bad. Like everybody act like they ain't make mistakes as young adults. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, and not saying he made a mistake, but everybody just act like they so perfect online, and nobody is perfect. You know what I'm saying? So, man, just let the kid be a kid, man, and enjoy his time. It's little time left in college because he showed going to the league as a lottery pick.
And so, speaking of that, man, if you have the NIL like we got today, and Nephew, you can answer this too. Do you go to the league this year, or do you stay in college and bring the situation?
Man, if you don't skedaddle.
What year am I in?
Your freshman year.
My freshman year.
Number one player in the nation.
In basketball.
In basketball. But you have a chance. I mean, you can make, I don't know if you're making millions with NIL, but you can make millions with NIL, and you can get your college degree. And the NBA is not going nowhere.
It's not.
Sure, but school ain't going nowhere either.
That's true.
Yeah, but you know how hard it is to go back and finish.
I look here, Trent. If I'm the hottest thing smoking, I got to go. Because if I come back and get hurt, boom, I went from the hottest thing smoking to the bottom of the barrel with the sticky stuff. I got to go. I can always go back to school.
Hey, that's true too.
Yeah,
that's true too.
I understand it.
Well, if you hot, you go. And then you think about the rest later.
I would give it 2 years, because freshmen, they're like you said, you're gonna be the hottest thing going in, right? But then again, you also gonna be low key kind of like a target. You feel me?
Yeah.
And they're not when the league see it. Oh, you a freshman, you coming to the league, blah blah blah. Oh, all right, let me show you something. I'm gonna make sure you get your little NBA moment, and usually that be the whole season. You feel me? So it's like, do I go in just because I know I'm better than everybody? I got this money on the side and I need to go ahead and secure it, or do I go ahead and perfect the craft a little bit more? And then let's say it's broader. Let's say I'm not the hottest stuff already off the bat, and I still got some stuff to work on. Feel me? That sophomore year or that junior year, I wouldn't go past my junior year. You feel me? If I can get drafted in sophomore or junior year, then I definitely go out, because seniors be too late.
You better than me, because I'm gone. I go back to school later. But this is the difference between playing professional football and professional basketball.
Oh yeah.
Basketball, they give you the time to develop. Football, you don't got time to develop. You either got it or you don't. Just stepping in. That's the difference. So if I'm the hottest thing, especially if I'm going the top 3 pick, I'm gonna play and I'm gonna get my experience. I might fail a little bit, but I'm getting my experience, and they gonna take their time to teach me the game. Man, look here. No, sir. I'm gone.
Hey, I feel you. That's why I asked, is it basketball? Because football, you got you can get hurt the next game. You can get hurt in practice.
Listen, we're gonna get into that, because I want to compare the difference. I want to compare and I guess contrast. I don't know. I want to compare the difference between going first round and going early nowadays with football and basketball. So when we come up, we're gonna be doing some comparison of leaving school early now with the NIL, or leaving school with football and in basketball. So listen, we come right back. We'll be right back with the ropes with TR3.
Join a team you know and love at WDJC and WXJC. We're looking for a part-time receptionist and assistant to the office manager to share your enthusiasm and skills with us. This position is multifaceted, from helping WDJC and WXJC listeners, advertisers, and broadcast partners to performing a variety of administrative duties. If you're eager to serve and have a heart for ministry, apply today and earn the extra cash you need. We offer competitive pay at a company that's making a difference. See the full job description at WDJConline.com. Send your resume to ldiaz@crawfordmediagroup.net. That's LDIAZ@crawfordmediagroup.net. If you qualify for this position, our office manager, Lesvia Diaz, will set up an interview with you. Crawford Media Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Live from ABX Studios in downtown Birmingham, The Ropes with TR3.
Inspired by quality ingredients and excellent service, Edgar's Bakery has been a staple of Alabamian celebrations since 1998. What started as a small neighborhood bakery, founded by Terry and Dottie Smith in Birmingham, has expanded to 10 locations throughout Alabama. Edgar's Bakery offers hot, delicious breakfast and lunch options, in addition to grab-and-go deli items. They offer a wide range of pastries and desserts, including cookies, bars, brownies, cakes, cupcakes, and much more, made entirely from scratch, using fresh, natural ingredients. Shop for gifts and merchandise in-store, including everyday and seasonal home decor items. Edgar's has something for everyone. They also offer catering, shipping, and delivery options. Visit their website today at edgarsbakery.com or stop by a location near you.
Walk On Sports Bistro puts everything they've got into bringing you game day with a taste of Louisiana. Dig into their mouth-watering, made-from-scratch Louisiana dishes or fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads, all in front of 70-plus TVs with more than 40 beers on tap. Watching at home? Walk-Ons is available to go. Order online or through the Walk-Ons mobile app. Visit Walk-Ons in Tuscaloosa, Hoover, Montgomery, and Mobile. Walk-On Sports Bistro, more than a restaurant.
Hey Birmingham, thinking about making your next move? The Randy Brooks team at Avast Realty is ready to help you with your real estate needs. If it's buying or selling, they have the tools and expertise to get you from for sale to sold. Whether you're looking in the city or want space to stretch out, call us at 205-965-6645. That's 205-965-6645. Real estate is key to building long-term wealth, so call the Randy Brooks team at 205-965-6645 and let's get you from for sale to sold today. 205-965-6645. Your dream has an address. Let's find it. New construction home searching can be challenging for buyers. The solution is the Avast Realty New Construction Home Team at 205-965-6645. Their relationships with the top new home builders in the state means they have the most up-to-date information on new home inventory. And as your buyer agent, the Avast Realty New Home Construction Team will give you 1% of our commission to use towards your new home purchase. So put the knowledge, expertise, and professionalism of the team to work for you and contact the Avast Realty New Construction Team at 205-965-6645 today. Again, that's 205-965-6645. Call today because your new home is waiting. Commission share disclosed on sales contract and closing statement.
Excuse me, you know how long halftime is for a Crimson Tide football game?
15 minutes.
12 minutes.
18 minutes? I'm pretty sure 12 minutes.
Actually, halftime at Alabama lasts 20 minutes. Any idea how long it takes to complete a mortgage application?
An hour and a half.
Probably like 3 hours at least.
It takes a couple days.
I'm going to go with 45 minutes.
Actually, at Assurance Financial, you can apply for a mortgage in less time than halftime. Find out more by visiting them at assuranceMortgage.com. That's assuranceMortgage.com.
Equal housing opportunity, NMLS 70876.
Call Chase Brooks at 205-612-4046.
Tax time is just around the corner. It would be a great time to purchase your new home. Capco Builders is a company who has been building manufactured homes for the last 20 years. If you are in the state of Alabama, go by and see one of our local retailers today. J&J Homes in Coleman, Repo Land in Albertville, Oxford Housing in Oxford, Freedom Homes in Jasper, Miller Homes in Opelika, Discount Home Sales in Enterprise, Spartan in Summerdale, Daystar in Sylacauga and Clanton, and always remember, Capco Builders, where quality comes first.
Welcome back with the Ropes with TR3. We have Reggie via phone, and we got Nephew over here. We're going to try to get Joe to join us a little bit, man, when he get a chance. You know, he's sitting back and relaxing right now. He just had a great show before us, the Joe Lockett show, man. But, man, we were just talking about, the difference in the comparisons between football and NBA, NFL and NBA, college sports. Am I going to the NFL early, going to the league early? nowadays with the NIL stuff. Reggie was saying that he would go if he was in Brandon Miller's situation. Because if you get hurt, you never know. You have to, build yourself way back up. Then, getting hurt in the NBA. Me personally, I don't know what I would say. Because you got to play it both ways. But I get it in basketball. You can leave after your freshman year in basketball. But Reggie feel like he can come back and always get an education. Me, that education, that's tough, man. I know I left early. It's been tough to do those last few hours. It's
Man,
been
look
tough.
here. I'm sorry to cut you off, Trent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get that paper, solidify that. I can go back to school.
Man, you know how many people say that, man, and be like, man, I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna do this and do that.
And if I don't, I'm cool with that.
Man, you gotta listen. When you listen, you gotta get on the other side of it, man.
It's a once in a life opportunity.
Yeah, you're right. But
So you think I'm gonna miss out on that opportunity over school? I got to be.
But it ain't. To me, it's not about school. It's about, at the end of the day, these sports don't last forever. So if I get hurt, it's hard as hell to get a job with a degree.
But you know how hard it is to get $30 million off being drafted.
I get it. I said I see both sides of it.
Man, I don't.
See, but the thing is too, and I'm counting this too, Reg. I'm talking about the NIL stuff too, because now, you gotta think about it. Okay, let's talk about let's go football first, right? A lot of guys.
NIL by going to the league.
Somebody in football?
In basketball.
Oh yeah, in basketball, you can do that with basketball. Let's talk about football first, because we can talk about the do's and the don'ts with that, right? Because we're in that. We done been around that, and so with football, if I was some of them guys off Bama team this year, a lot of them should have stayed.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that they're not good enough, but I'm saying like, hey, if y'all want to talk about getting this money, doing this stuff the right way, and whoever's y'all,
NIL.
But it's a lot of them doing this. A lot of them ain't gonna get endorsement deals for that second contract in the NFL. So while you got a chance,
I didn't make more money going to the NFL playing for 2 or 3 years than I did playing in school and getting NIL.
Who, you?
Yeah,
but we didn't have NIL. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about.
No, but I'm saying I'm just basing off everything now. You talking about staying? Like if I'm a first rounder, I'm gone. It ain't like basketball. Like in football, you have if you the first and fourth pick, you gotta play. You absolutely have to play. So they're gonna give you probably at that year and a year and a half to get right. And that's why they give you 2 or 3 years.
In football, brother, you get really, bro. If you ain't got that first year, when I was playing, yeah, you ain't got that first year, bro. Like, and I wish I would, and maybe I would have went to another squad. Maybe I would have went to the team I wanted to go to. See, like when I was playing, it was play football to shut up. Well, no, I want to trade. I want to go to this team. It wasn't none of that. And so when it comes down to it, if the NIL was in place when I was in school, I would have stayed my 4th year and probably would have tried to get a COVID year. You get what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, like all them number 3 jerseys that was in them stands, all them commercials and all them pictures they used to have up around Alabama with the number 3 on them, I would have made buku money. Hell, I would have made more money in high school. These kids are millionaires in high school now.
I would have got some from NCAA games.
Yeah, like I would have got all that. We'd have got NCAA. You would have got because you got high school players right now that's making $8 million in high school. That's seniors. True. Like Bronny James is at number 1. Marky Williams is number 2. Arch Manning is number 3. And then it's Bryce Young. Like, make it make sense. Before Bryce took the snap.
Game has resources at that age.
Yeah, you're right. They have resources too, but they don't put in work.
Has those resources.
They don't put in work too.
Yeah, but still, me personally, if I'm from the hottest thing, why would I stay? It don't make sense to stay. I didn't prove everything from the hottest thing out. I'm gonna go prove it at this next level instead of staying and getting hurt like right now. It's the cat that plays for North Carolina, Baycott, the center, big center. He was gonna be top 5 center taken. And now they getting the brakes beat off them over there in North Carolina. Early winning, he don't look that good.
See, did he get hurt, Reg?
You got a target on your back, so everybody's gonna do more to you now.
Did he get hurt though, Reg?
No.
So that's what I'm saying, Reg. It ain't about putting a target on your back.
But still, but why would I go back even though if I might not play good either, Trent? I'm the hottest thing.
I mean, if you're not playing good, that's on you. That's your part of the ball.
Why would I go back? That don't make sense to go back.
If you're gonna play good, if you're gonna play bad in college, you're gonna play bad in the NFL.
But listen to what I'm saying too, though. Why would I go back if I'm the hottest thing out though?
Because you go back to get your education, bro. Because if you get hurt or anything,
I can go back to school.
Man, that sounds good, bro. You're not listening, bro. It sounds good.
Lost money by going back. I'm not going back. It doesn't make sense.
But you're not losing money, bro. You're guaranteeing your future.
Okay, I'm asking you this, Trent.
Yes, sir.
You didn't go to college for school. You went to play football, right or wrong?
I went for both.
You went for both.
Yeah, I went for both.
Okay. I did it. I went to put my family in a better position. I know I had to go to school, and that's just something I had to do.
Well, your situation different. I had kids early, so with me going to school early, with me going to college, and being one of the first ones out of my family going to college, that's always been the goal, to get my degree. You know what I'm saying? And so when I left school early, did I finish did I finish those few hours I had left? No, I did not. And so that's what I'm saying. I'm speaking from experience, and it's different, bro, to sit there and say, I'm gonna go back and finish. And that's as hard as it, especially when you get to the NBA or the NFL, you start getting a family, stuff start happening and stuff like that. Your time is not as visual as you want it to be. Like, it's very limited. So it's a different stage with it. But I just want these kids to be protected, bro, and just not to just think one side of it. Because I know where we come from, where we've been around is, and I'm gonna go straight to the league. I ain't looking back. Or I'll get my education later. But it don't work like that in the real world. Like, not saying that we don't live in the real world, but I'm talking about like on the other side of it. Because I done seen both sides of it, Reg. Like, I just can't tell nobody, man, just go straight to the league.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
For you and Reggie, what do you say for the? He made a real good point about, if I got this money and they want me to go ahead and go. What if I'm not highly touted like a Reggie Ragland or a Trent Richardson? And it's harder. So you, but I get the NIL money because we adding that to the factor, right?
Yeah.
I get the NIL money. It may not be like how Bryce Young, but I get a little bit here or there. I'm not highly touted, but I'm wanted. Should I go or should I stay?
When you say wanted,
so you telling me Bryce Young?
Like because you mentioned most of the first round. It's like,
yeah.
I mean 1 through the 30. I'm saying, what if I go like the second round or I'm in the third?
I say
you still a millionaire.
It depends on how high in the second round you go.
How okay.
Like if you Reggie was a high pick in the second round, so he was able to be the millionaire. If you're lower in the second round, you're not going to be the millionaire, especially after the Texas and everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's why I asked you that, because I don't know. You know what I mean? But for the second rounders that do get drafted, they're like second, like they second string, but like third string, right? They got to fight to get to that first one, right?
I wouldn't say that. It just depends what position and
what they
what's
need
the situation. Yeah, what they need.
Okay. That makes sense.
But just know.
Let me ask y'all this. So you telling me Bryce Young and Will Anderson stay in school?
Me personally? Me personally? You asking me personally?
Yes.
Yes, I definitely would.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up on you right now.
Reggie, think about this, Reggie. Bryce is making. Listen, Bryce is making $6 million. He is making $6 million.
The potential number 1 overall pick to go back to school
and get an education. He's gonna have a degree. And he's gonna make $8 million a year in college funds.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you? Then you can go to the league the next year, and you can win your championship, and your resume, you probably have won another Heisman. So now your resume look extra better.
Okay, it don't make sense to me, but okay.
But I'm saying everybody don't think like that though. Like I feel you. Like when I was in school, no, I'm going to the league because I didn't have the NIL. But all them NILs deal, like he's getting paid more. He's getting paid more than everybody in the first round except for the first 3 picks right now in college. Think about that, Reg. He's getting paid more than everybody else in the first round except for the first 3 picks.
Man, look here. At the end of about your dream, and he's one of the hottest things out. I'm gone. Ain't no NIL money keep me from living out my dream of playing on that stage.
But that's the thing.
I
I'm not telling you
I get what you're saying. Get your education, get your degree. I get what you're saying. But everybody ain't did what I did. I went back to school. Trent, I was one of the hottest things out. It's the first round pick of the dream. Everybody ain't do what I did.
But you did that on the way, but not having an NIL deal. I'm sitting there saying, if I was in your spot in that situation, I would have went to the league.
I get that, and I stayed even though we didn't have the NIL money. Because I wanted to graduate.
So as I'm telling you, I would, if I was in your situation, I would have went to the league. That's what I said. I said, if I was in your situation.
You played 3 years. I played 1 at that point.
And you had your best year at that 1 year, right?
And I had my best year my senior year. But the only reason I didn't go first round because I got it in large order. And think about it, if I would have went my junior year and found that I really would have been the second round pick probably.
Well,
I'm glad I stuck with my gut.
And yeah, you had a different situation than Bryce Young and a Will Anderson or Battle right now. You get what I'm saying? You had a
that I didn't know about. God had
problem.
understand for me. I was listening to my spirit. Everybody else wanted me to leave, but my spirit was telling me to stay. My spirit told me to stay. And my family, my dad, my people, everybody like, man, hey, you had a good year. Go. No, someone's in my spirit telling me not to go.
So tell me this, did you have a better year your senior year than you did your junior year?
It was the same.
It was the same?
Yes.
So neither one.
But the difference is, I actually had to call the plays my last year.
So that was better for you then, right? Because you showed them that you was more expendable.
Yes, because me personally, I knew I wasn't ready.
To go to the
Bryce Young is ready.
So you knew that you wasn't ready to go to the league your junior year, right?
I knew I wasn't ready, but them.
So you made the right decision then. If you're not ready,
for myself.
That's what I'm saying, Reggie.
I wasn't in the situation as Will and Bryce. I want to protect that high.
That's what I'm saying. You saying what I'm saying, but you said it.
No, how am I saying what you're saying, Trent? I'm saying
because you're saying
the hottest thing out, go.
But you saying that you was the hottest thing out, right?
I wasn't the hottest thing out my junior year.
So you stay in and you get another year in and you be the hottest thing out your senior year.
Yeah, so what is Bryce Young and Will Anderson? What else Will Anderson won the award? Why would I stay my senior?
Win the national championship, and on top of that, you can and on top of you can win the national championship, and you can still collect more money while playing college football. Because Will is not going to have those endorsements that Bryce is going to have when he goes to the next level.
You crazy? That man is top 4.
He's not going to have those endorsement deals that Bryce will have. Bryce Young already got it. He's going to get that much more. He's a quarterback. His face is seen now, and we know this, and we both play positions that our face could be seen. But we all know quarterbacks are going to be secure, right? It's just like, bro, like we got to be realistic about stuff. Like if I was Bryce,
that's not realistic.
All right.
I'm the hottest thing out there. I'm gone. Why would I go back? You talking about NIL? Coach K. Cooley, he gonna make the same amount of money going to the league next year. If
if you're gonna make the same amount of money that you're gonna do in the league next year, then what are you missing out on?
Make more.
And you're gonna get a college degree.
He's gonna make more. I can go back and get that degree.
As a matter of fact, I think he might have already got his degree. I think he might be he might get a master's or something like that, or a whatever.
Oh, you talking about Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
I think he already got his degree, and I think he can go back and get more. He can go back and get more.
Yeah. I think most of them already graduated or something.
Like now you can add up. I don't know. Like, I just look at a different, like, Reg, you're not on the other side of this yet, bro. I'm telling you, it's different. It is different.
I don't step out. Who cares about NIL money? I'm going to live my dream. If I'm the hottest thing out, I'm going to live my dream. I can go back to school.
Let me ask this.
We keep talking about food. Okay,
cool. Hold on. We gotta take a break. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna keep coming at this conversation, man, because I love this conversation. I love Reggie. Listen.
Y'all stressing. I don't know.
Listen, I'm trying to make sure we get this conversation in for Reggie to start getting his edge up on, because he's gonna be brand new when he put that line up on that phone. Hey, listen, we'll be right back with the roast with TR3.
Inspired by quality ingredients and excellent service, Edgar's Bakery has been a staple of Alabamian celebrations since 1998. What started as a small neighborhood bakery founded by Terry and Dottie Smith, Birmingham, has expanded to 10 locations throughout Alabama. Edgar's Bakery offers hot, delicious breakfast and lunch options, in addition to grab-and-go deli items. They offer a wide range of pastries and desserts, including cookies, bars, brownies, cakes, cupcakes, and much more, made entirely from scratch, using fresh, natural ingredients. Shop for gifts and merchandise in store, including everyday and seasonal home decor items. Edgar's has something for everyone. They also offer catering, shipping, and delivery options. Visit their website today at edgarsbakery.com or stop by a location near you.
Walk On Sports Bistro puts everything they've got into bringing you game day with a taste of Louisiana. Dig into their mouth-watering, made-from-scratch Louisiana dishes or fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads, all in front of 70-plus TVs with more than 40 beers on tap. Watching at home, Walk-Ons is available to go. Order online through the Walk-Ons mobile app. Visit Walk-Ons in Tuscaloosa, Hoover, Montgomery, and Mobile. Walk-On Sports Bistro, or their restaurant.
Hey, Birmingham, thinking about making your next move? The Randy Brooks team at Avast Realty is ready to help you with your real estate needs. If it's buying or selling, they have the tools and expertise to get you from sale to sold. Whether you're looking in the city or want space to stretch out, call us at 205-965-6645. That's 205-965-6645. Real estate is key to building long-term wealth, so call the Randy Brooks team at 205-965-6645 and let's get you from for sale to sold today. 205-965-6645. Your dream has an address. Let's find it. New construction home searching can be challenging for buyers. The solution is the Avast Realty New Construction Home Team at 205-965-6645. Their relationships with the top new home builders in the state means they have the most up-to-date information on new home inventory. And as your buyer agent, the Avast Realty New Home Construction Team will give you 1% of our commission to use towards your new home purchase. So get the knowledge, expertise, and professionalism of the team to work for you and contact the Avast Realty New Construction Team at 205-965-6645 today. Again, at 205-965-6645. Call today because your new home is waiting. Commission share disclosed on sales contract and closing statement.
Excuse me. Do you know how long halftime is for a Crimson Tide football game?
15 minutes?
12 minutes.
18 minutes? I'm pretty sure 12 minutes.
Actually, halftime at Alabama lasts 20 minutes. Any idea how long it takes to complete a mortgage application?
An hour and a half.
Probably like 3 hours at least.
It takes a couple days.
I'm going to go with 45 minutes.
Actually, at Assurance Financial, you can apply for a mortgage in less time than halftime. Find out more by visiting them at assurancemortgage.com. That's assurancemortgage.com.
Equal housing opportunity, NMLS 70876.
Call Chase Brooks at 205-612-4046.
Tax time is just around the corner. It would be a great time to purchase your new home. Capco Builders is a company who has been building manufactured homes for the last 20 years. If you are in the state of Alabama, go by and see one of our local retailers today. J&J Homes in Coleman, Repo Land in Albertville, Oxford Housing in Oxford, Freedom Homes in Jasper, Miller Homes in Opelika, Discount Home Sales in Enterprise, Spartan in Summerdale, Daystar in Sylacauga and Clinton, and always remember, Cabco Builders, where quality comes first.
Welcome back to the Ropes with TR3. We got Reg on via phone. Reg was just mad at me for a couple minutes. He done cooled off a little bit. He's still mad at me. Look, y'all, that's my little brother. We go at it all the time. All the time. So Reg right now, knowing what you know about the NFL, and we just talked about this when we was offline. Going first round, at least going top 3, top 5 picks. You go to the worst school, you go to the worst programs ever. And so for me, I think that when you talk about Bryce probably going to end up going to Houston. Who got the first pick? Was it Houston?
Get Will or Big Carter.
Yeah, they might get Will. I think they're gonna get Will. Bryce probably go second pick to Houston, and then Arizona might get Will or Dick Carter. They got him. They got Bryce predicted to go 4 to the Colts. Like 1 through 4 is terrible right now. Like with all those. And I ain't saying that just because I'm sitting there saying like, man, I would wait a whole. If I'm gonna get put in a bad situation, let me go to the limit, to limits in college to get everything I can get. I'm thinking about this, like talking about my son too, Reg. I'm talking about TJ or Tor if they make it that far. I'm as a father right now, when I'm telling my son, if he's the hottest thing around, you can stay the hottest thing around, but keep working your tail off, but keep expanding with your brand. Go get you some more money for this NIL stuff, because I'm telling you, this stuff don't last. Fred Taylor told me this a while ago. He's like, man, I wish I would have signed the cards. I did not do the stuff that I was supposed to be doing. I wish I would have, got this endorsement deal. I wish I would have, did this and did that. You're like, make sure you sign out your card. Make sure you turn stuff into this net. And it was like, dang, like when I got out the league, I understood what he was saying. In the league, like, I'm getting all this money. I'm good. But when you're out, that thing stop. I mean, let's stop when we done for that year. It stopped after that last game of the year. That pay period is done. You know what I'm saying? So the 6 months that you're not playing football, you ain't getting paid either. Especially for the guys that's 3rd, 4th, and on their way out the league. Like your contracts ain't set up like how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so, Reg, saying it like that, Reg, like I wouldn't want, and I'm saying this because I wouldn't want Bryce to go to a situation, bro, where he getting beat up or he getting called a bust because the program did not turn around the first year. Or even the second year, because they need some more stuff. They got to put more tools behind him. So why won't you go ahead and don't limit yourself to your NIL stuff and to this college resource that you do have. Go ahead and be the man as long as you can, and then you can do it at the next level when your stuff is maxed out in college. That's what I'm saying. That's what I would do today.
Well, I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you.
I got my money and I was gone.
Yeah, but I say ain't nothing you can tell me. Like I get every bit of what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But bro, this is the one life. It's the one. It's the once in a lifetime opportunity. Like kids dream about going to the pros. I'm gonna be okay. I get what you're saying, but I gotta go chase my dream and get out of school and be able to do what I want to do. Man, that last game you played at Bama, you was like, dang, I'm gonna miss it, but I'm free. Am I right?
The last game I played, yeah, you're right. But when I got to the lead, it was like, dang, bro, like this ain't what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I had a ball. I couldn't say that. But I was going crazy until I got hurt.
I mean, we all was. I'm talking about
my rookie year.
Yeah, and listen, I ain't talking about the gameplay. The gameplay, I was going crazy too. I'm talking about the locker room, the family oriented that we that we were used to. Like everybody, you get to the league, everybody in little cliques.
I ain't gonna lie, Trent, y'all was 0-16.
No, we was not 0-16. Boy, I turned that thing around. Boy, we went 8-8. No, 9-8.
When you got
I'm about to say I turned it around. Yeah, we went.
So it wasn't like that for me. I had the cool, like you had Joe Thomas, right?
Yeah.
All right. So me, I had Tyrod Taylor, Shady McCoy, Marcel Darius, Kyle Williams, like Stephon Gilmore. Like I had some cool bets. So I can't say that my experience was fire because everybody loved me because they thought I was just silly as all get out. And like all he do is laugh. He ain't never had a bad day. Like that's what my teammates say about me. So like I had a ball until I tore my ACL. And think about how I tore my ACL. Well, actually I can't say that because I stayed all 4 years left. But at least I know I'm hooked in on contract for 4 years, baby. Show me the money.
Somebody just said Bryce might go to Texas. To Texas, and he'll have Meech there. He said that's gonna help him out. But my thing is, Meech ain't even played. Mitchell, he ain't even played no. He ain't played it. And so even with his injuries, you never know what's gonna happen to him. So I mean, I'm not doubting him, but at the same time, like that one wide receiver ain't gonna change the game just like that overnight. You gotta have more than one horse that they're gonna take.
Can I ask a question? Because a lot of young kids listen to you and Reggie and Trent right now, and they find themselves in this situation. The good, bad, and ugly. Okay, first round, second round, maybe. But if you're at that third round, fourth round, right? What is a mom? What are you really supposed to do? Because listening to what you're saying, Trent, if you first round, you're probably gonna go to the worst team. And if you ain't that dude, right, you may be labeled a bust, even though you got to play in the platform in the NFL. But after that first year, you may not get that second year. What are the pros and cons to that? Because I know it's about the money. I know it's about playing in the league. But if you're a bust after the first year and you don't get a contract after that, what are these young players supposed to do? Because I want to go to the NFL because I think I can do it. But if you go into a sorry team and you really is not that dude, or you can't be the game changer, and you're a bust, what am I really supposed to do? Should I stay with my dream because I get an NFL and be a bust, and know that there's a huge chance that may not work out for me? Go get this money now, or should I stay? I mean, I don't know.
And that's my question, Reggie, with that too, because it's like, Reggie, the ins and outs, and a lot of people don't. But you go to that team, and they expect you to do everything when you're that first guy off the board. Especially if you're in the top three. I'm talking about the media. You get different.
You know something?
Go ahead, Red.
You know something? But what you saying that? I'm cool with that because I get every opportunity to be able to do that.
Okay, can I ask you this question? What about the kid? Because you got confidence in yourself. What about the kid that don't know if they can do it or not?
Reggie's still playing. I had this same confidence.
Right.
I was talking to Ray Lewis in my interview. They would ask me, I had this same energy, like being on the other side of it. Like, and Reggie, when you gonna think about the good and the bad that came with it. Like I can't just tell everybody from my good experience. I gotta tell you from both sides of it.
I can tell you my bad experience is not. And I'm still going. But the only way I go to the league if I'm projected first round, I'm gone. But if I'm projected second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth, or seventh, I'm staying my tail in school.
Okay. Okay.
I think he said that when
He
I
didn't
asked
say
him as
that
far
earlier.
as like second, third round, if you're not highly touted.
Only if you highly touted, I said that earlier too. If you highly touted and you that guy, you can actually go high as all get out. You leave because you don't know if you'll get the same opportunity the next year.
Okay, so there is a boundary for even a guy like with your mentality. If I'm not in that first tier, I'm not going.
And why would I go? Because like even with me, like I didn't realize I projected first round to the ninth game of the year my junior year, and everybody told me I should go, but me knowing me, I know me. I knew I wasn't supposed to leave because I only played 1 year, and I still have more to learn, and that's me knowing me. So I think that's a better way to put it. Trent. You knowing you. If you know yourself, go. If you don't know yourself and you unsure, stay.
See, and I definitely agree with that. You got to know yourself. But what I don't want kids to get into a situation like everybody ain't gonna have that mindset of me and you, or everybody ain't gonna have that program that took them through that. You get what I'm saying? I don't want people to get mixed emotions about this and be like, well, I'm gonna just go do this and do that. And you get sent to a team that's been 0-16, and now y'all done won 2 or 3 games in the first in the first year. Now they calling you a bust like how they doing Fields right now. A lot of people talking about how he can't throw and all this. Like, bro, that man is talented.
That first year, yeah, but he came out swinging that thing.
Yeah, this year.
He just don't have weapons.
But people will put that on him as he's being a bust because they're not winning. You get what I'm saying? Like that's crazy to me.
I wouldn't necessarily say that because football is a team sport, man.
But you're not saying that because you get it. You're not saying that. I'm talking about the outside world. These mugs that write down this on the pens and paper and type it up, and then they hear this crowd. I'm talking about the owners now. They hear this crowd, and the general manager hear this crowd, and now they trying to get your butt up out of there, or they trying to replace you.
Yeah,
that's what I don't want kids to fall into.
But I get that, but just like I know, the people in the building, they understand that.
No, they don't, Red. You know, just like I know. Because if that was the case, you would still be in Buffalo right now. Or Kansas City.
I'm not in Buffalo because I don't fit that style of play that the coach they brought in. That's why I'm not in Buffalo.
So that's another thing I just said. I just said that you go to a program and they don't have your style of play that don't fit you.
They got a new coaching style.
And this is what I'm saying, Reggie. I had a coaching change in my career. I done had 3 coaching changes. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question. Because if I'm not mistaken, there's like 2 examples of both the outsides. And right now we don't know how it's gonna go. You mentioned one of them with Justin Fields. Because if I'm not mistaken, they just fired that head coach over there. So he's gonna be dealing with a turnover already with a bad team. And then I was gonna ask, how do you feel about Will Levis going into the league now? Should he wait?
I'm gonna let you answer that, Red.
I ain't gonna lie. He didn't have production that he had this year, and it was the coach. I ain't gonna say who, and he showed me this production from the year before and the year after. It's evident, but even though he had the year he had, come on, this man won every daggum award he was up for this year.
Oh, Will Anderson.
I was saying Will Levis.
Levis.
QB from Kentucky.
Oh, Will Levy, the QB.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Should he go to the league right now, or should he stay?
Oh, most definitely. That boy, he just didn't get the press like C.J. Stroud and Bryce did, but that boy can go.
Mm. I think he's a great. I think he can be a great quarterback in the NFL. He got to get the right coach. He got to get around the right quarterback coach. And he need to be with the right program that fits, that will cater to his style of play.
That's why I asked y'all, because like I said, y'all
I was just going to say that too, though, Trent.
Yeah.
A lot of these, it's based off in the league, like finding the right style of play. And that's why a lot of guys be looking like us when they go to these teams in the first round, and they didn't play in that style or concept in college. Like I might be a 3-4 linebacker, but I'm getting drafted here to a 4-3, that's not good.
Yeah. Now listen,
And
we
like
got
that's different ways of playing the run, and instead of like in the 3-4, you ain't got to take the over route. But if you're in that 4-3 and you the weak side backer, you got to take that 3 over. And that thing is fast because you might have a Tyreek Hill or Jalen Water right there, and that you fast.
Yeah, Reg, I don't know how long you're gonna be on with us, man. I know you gotta get that line on that forehead. I know you act real brand new when you get that thing done. I do too, man. So listen, we gotta take this.
Take your head off.
We gotta take a break, Reg. You got one more game, bro. We gotta take this break, man. And listen, we'll be right back with the ropes with TR3.
Home purchase. So put the knowledge, expertise, and professionalism of the team to work for you and contact the Avast Realty New Construction Team at 205-965-6645 today. Again, that's 205-965-6645. Call today because your new home is waiting. Commission share disclosed on sales contract and closing statement.
92.5 WYDE FM Cordova, 1260 AM WYDE, 93.7 WDJC FM HD3 Birmingham, and 95.3 W237 EK Birmingham.
Join a team you know and love at WDJC and WXJC. We're looking for a part-time receptionist and assistant to the office manager to share your enthusiasm and skills with us. This position is multifaceted, from helping WDJC and WXJC listeners, advertisers, and broadcast partners to performing a variety of administrative duties. If you're eager to serve and have a heart for ministry, apply today and earn the extra cash you need. We offer competitive pay at a company that's making a difference. See the full job description at WDJConline.com. Send your resume to lds@crawfordmediagroup.net. That's LDIAZ@crawfordmediagroup.net. If you qualify for this position, our office manager, Lesbia Diaz, will set up an interview with you. Crawford Media Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Live from PBX Studios in downtown Birmingham, The Ropes with TR3.
Inspired by quality ingredients and excellent service, Baker's Bakery has been a staple of Alabamian celebrations since 1998. What started as a small neighborhood bakery, founded by Terry and Dottie Smith in Birmingham, has expanded to 10 locations throughout Alabama. Baker's Bakery offers hot, delicious breakfast and lunch options, in addition to grab-and-go deli items. They offer a wide range of pastries and desserts, including cookies, bars, brownies, cakes, and much more, made entirely from scratch, using fresh, natural ingredients. Shop for gifts and merchandise in store, including everyday, seasonal, home items. Baker's has something for everyone. They also offer catering, shipping, and delivery options. Visit their website today at edgarsbakery.com or stop by a location near you.
Walk On Sports Bistro puts everything they've got, bringing you game day with a taste of Louisiana. Dig into their mouth-watering, made from scratch Louisiana dishes or fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads, all in front of 70-plus TVs with more than 40 beers on tap. Watching at home, Walk On is available to go. Order online or through the Walk On's mobile app. Visit Walk On's in Tuscaloosa, Hoover, Montgomery, and Mobile. Walk On Sports Bistro, more than a restaurant.
Hey, Birmingham, thinking about making your next move? The Randy Brooks team at Avast Realty is ready to help you with your real estate need. If it's buying or selling, they have the tools and expertise to get you from for sale to sold. Whether you're looking in the city or want space to stretch out, call us at 205-965-6645. That's 205-965-6645. Real estate is key to building long-term wealth, so call the Randy Brooks team at 205-965-6645, and let's get you from for sale to sold today. 205-965-6645. Your dream has an address. Let's find it. New construction home searching can be challenging for buyers. Solution is the Avast Realty New Construction Home Team at 205-965-6645. Their relationships with the top new home builders in the state means they have the most up-to-date information on new home inventory. And as your buyer agent, the Avast Realty New Home Construction Team will give you 1% of our commission to use towards your new home purchase. So put the knowledge, expertise, and professionalism of the team to work for you and contact the Avast Realty New Construction Team at 205-965-6645 today. Again, that's 205-965-6645. Call today because your new home is waiting. Commission share disclosed on sales contract and closing statement.
Excuse me. Do you know how long halftime is for a Crimson Tide football game?
15 minutes.
12 minutes.
18 minutes? I'm pretty sure 12 minutes.
Actually, halftime at Alabama lasts 20 minutes. Any idea how long it takes to complete a mortgage application?
An hour and a half.
Probably like 3 hours at least.
It takes a couple days.
I'm going to go with 45 minutes.
Actually, at Assurance Financial, you can apply for a mortgage in less time than halftime. Find out more by visiting them at assuranceMortgage.com. That's assuranceMortgage.com.
Equal housing opportunity, NMLS 70876.
Call Chase Brooks at 205-612-4046.
Tax time is just around the corner. It would be a great time to purchase your new home. Capco Builders is a company who has been building manufactured homes for the last 20 years. If you are in the state of Alabama, go by and see one of our local retailers today. J&J Homes in Coleman, Repo Land in Albertville, Oxford Housing in Oxford, Freedom Homes in Jasper, Miller Homes in Opelika, Discount Home Sales in Enterprise, Spartan in Summerdale, Daystar in Sylacauga and Clanton, and always remember, Capco Builders, where quality comes first.
The ropes with TR3. Two-time national champions, three-time All-Americans, 2011 SEC Offensive Player of the Year, Heisman finalist, and Alabama's first Doak Walker Award winner with 49 touchdowns and 4,590 yards. Third pick of the 2012 NFL Draft to the Cleveland Browns. Also doing a stint with the Indianapolis Colts. Trent Richardson can do it all under the brightest light, uniting legends of the game to show you the ropes. Train your body and mind with former Alabama wide receiver, 2009 national champion, Coach Mike McCoy. Develop a championship mentality with two-time national champion, 2015 SEC Player of the Year, Super Bowl winner with the Chiefs, Reggie Ragland. Featuring King of the Stage, comedian legend Jermaine Funny Mae Johnson, and 1992 national champion Antonio Langham. You are your way out. Live from ABX Studios in downtown Birmingham, The Ropes with TR3.
And then just tell us what you think.
Welcome in. Welcome back to the roast with TR3, man. Hey, Stephen A. Sound like he getting a little heated over there.
He got a little spicy. I saw that live.
You seen it? Yeah. What'd you think about it, man? And Reg, you answered on that too, man. What y'all think about Stephen A? Oh, Reg, he got that line up now. Okay, what you think about Stephen A. and
when he
Jason
went,
Williams
Jay
Jay Williams going at it?
I love Stephen A. If people ever listen to me on my show,
yes,
I'm a Stephen A. type person. That's my style.
Yeah.
So he's like a mentor. I've studied, like me was talking during the break, right?
Yeah.
Studied for years. For the last 10 years, maybe 12, I've studied Stephen A. If you guys ever listen to me, I've taken a lot of cues from Stephen A.
Yeah.
But when I heard that, Stephen A. did take personal what Jay Will said, because I'm Stephen A. and I don't do that. Jay Will knows how to get under Stephen A. Smith's skin, because Jay, if you listen to it, he stays calm and cool.
Yeah.
Jay Will knew he was going to set up Stephen A. He knew Jay Will knew how to. He knows, if you ever watch Jay Will, he knows how to trigger Stephen A. Now, what I don't know, honestly, was that for TV or not.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Feel like, you know, the thing with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was for TV or not.
I don't think Shannon and Skip was for TV. I feel like Shannon is definitely. I don't know, and it might go another year, but I don't know if Skip would be on the show with Shannon for much longer after this year.
Okay.
And I say that because Skip say stuff and he give inside information that is not true. Because even what's my guy name? Defensive end from the Giants. That's on Fox too. He had said something about people at Fox didn't have a problem. Strahan. Yeah, he had said something about it too. It's like, well, obviously you haven't talked to everybody in this building. And so now you're putting out messages out there that not true, put out false narratives. Because if somebody called you, it was a problem. If they made you say something about the situation that happened with the kid on the field,
right,
it was a problem.
Right.
If you had to sit there and come on the show the next day and Skip is not there, and Shannon's not there, it's a problem. And he tried to get into his monologue and sit there and say why he wasn't there. Oh, I thought you wasn't gonna. Whoa, you ain't gonna let me finish my monologue?
Right.
Let me get into my intro, bro.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like, I really think, and I have heard on some inside stuff, like he got some phone calls from people that really wanted to do something for him. He done had to hold a couple folks, few folks, including coaches back for doing something to Skip.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that serious, right? But with
But
Jay and
Stephen,
yeah, I don't know.
Let me ask you this though, because you've been on the inside. When those guys are doing that, without them doing that and causing this kind of allure for the sports to get you, because they basically give you a soap opera for sports. Without them, would sports be where it is today?
I think the sport would, yeah, but I think the going back and forth, as far as the media aspect of it, it wouldn't be without that.
Is it good for what y'all do? Or is it not?
I think in today's game, I don't agree with everything that everybody says. Like, because at the end of the day, like, you can say something in media and somebody can run with it, and it would make, like they say, the tongue is the strongest muscle in your body. So you can say something. Oh, I can say something on his microphone. I can say Joe got a fro. We know damn well you ain't got no fro.
Right. But they gonna say because you said
shoot. Joe got he got a fake what's-come on.
Yeah.
Make him like he got a shiny bald head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's
gotcha.
Like, I don't agree with how everybody put certain stuff too, because we're talking about a man's livelihood at stake now too. Like, this is how I make my money. Like we was talking about earlier, people going to the league early.
Yeah.
And if it don't pan out like how they quote unquote think it's gonna be, and you got somebody on ESPN, Fox News, ABC talking bad about you, 9 times out of 10, bro, you going out the door.
So let me ask you this then, because
I'm not saying that's their fault.
Okay, that's why.
But I think that it plays a part, and you could be hanging on by a limb, and that might be that limb that you're hanging on, and you might think you might got an extra day or extra game to kind of let me get back right, or let me fix this, and that might be your fix.
I got a question.
Mhm.
With you being a player and you've been through this before, how can you tell between the critique and it getting personal?
Okay, let's talk about Skip. I think Skip beef with LeBron. I think that get kind of like personal. I don't know.
How so though? Because
I feel like he go after LeBron for everything.
I think it's a rating.
I think it's ratings. I had to agree with you on that. I think it's ratings too.
I think he created a love-hate situation, and he know there's people going to talk about LeBron, so people going to hate him for LeBron. I don't think he has nothing personal against LeBron. I don't.
Well,
I don't think he really care about LeBron.
But what about Stephen A. with Kyrie?
I think it's the same thing. They know those two names. Being that this is the business I know.
Yeah.
If I find a name that I know that I can get trending, as long as I'm going to talk about it in the way of good and bad. Those guys are very smart, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
When you listen to them, they don't go after the family. They keep it to the play at hand. He can't shoot. He can't do this. He can't do this. I think what's happening now with the players like the LeBrons and the Kyries or whatever, they keeping it to basketball, but it's hurting their money and their next year contract. And so a lot of players get mad, like, well, you messing up that man's money because you pointing out, you're highlighting every single day what he can't do or hit him before he did for 3 or 5 years ago, but it's still to the play of basketball. And I think a lot of players are like, you're messing up our money when you do that kind of stuff. So I think it's a two-play. I think they're doing it for ratings and business for what they do. Is it wrong?
Skip come off sometime like Uncle Tom, man. And
Okay.
not trying to.
I got you.
But Skip come off sometime, man, and be like, bro, like, why would you just say that?
Yeah,
like
Skip do bring up stuff outside of
Yeah,
basketball.
outside, he bring up stuff outside of basketball
He-
to be like,
he
bro,
do.
like that ain't got nothing to do with this sport. That man household ain't got nothing to do with it. Or what his wife doing ain't got nothing, or what his parents like that ain't got nothing to do with it.
That's like about Bronny, and then he pop up.
Yeah, I don't agree. I don't agree. You know, whenever Skip now, Stephen A. Smith. That's what I'm gonna say. I like Stephen A. Smith because to me, people already call him a coon or Uncle Tom. But I like him because he keeps it to the point. And one thing I love about him that I think he is, I've never met him in person. I believe he's the person that whatever he says about a player, he'll say it to their face. I don't believe Skip Bates will do that.
Skip?
I don't think he will. Stephen A. Smith, I believe whatever he says on air to a person, he will say it to their face. I don't see Skip doing that to everybody. I don't know if Skip would. I think Shannon Sharp would, but I know Shannon Sharp would.
Yeah,
and Shannon Sharp ain't here playing with nobody.
Yeah,
Shannon about to get wild at the Lakers game.
Yeah, Shannon gonna let you know.
Yeah,
he gonna ride for Brian regardless.
Yeah.
I definitely think Stephen A. I don't know, man. Steve, he rubbed me the wrong way sometimes too. And it'd be like, Steve, like you didn't have to bring that up, man. Like,
Yeah, because there's some stuff he'll bring up, and he'll be talking
'cause
about
he was
the
hard.
situation.
Steve was hard on that whole on Colin Kaepernick stuff.
Very.
He went hard. Stephen A. went hard on that
did.
dude. And instead of you reading and asking this guy for an interview or asking this guy what do you mean by this? Like what's going on? You sit there and say he need to be kicked out the league. He's a bad apple. He's a bad such and such. Whatever you label this man because you don't understand what this man is taking a knee for.
Now let me ask you a question though. If Stephen A. truly believes that is his opinion of the situation, and he sits in that seat.
Well, you can't say that when you go back and apologize about what you said because you didn't understand what he was doing.
True. You definitely double talk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't sit there and say that.
I think, and this is what I found, and I've been caught in this when I was doing political radio, talking about Barack Obama, right? I said some stuff that got me in some huge trouble on CNN, Fox, and all that stuff. Right? And at the time, I went off on Colin Kaepernick too. I did, but I got in trouble because you are in this business doing it for the ratings, and sometimes when you're doing this, you're not thinking about that person. As a radio talk show host, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know Colin Kaepernick, but all the news things when I saw it and I seen what it was, I'm like, okay, this will work on my show today. Right? So I didn't think about it. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I didn't think about Colin Kaepernick and his family. I thought about my radio show.
Yeah.
And what my callers and what they want to talk about. Right. And so you don't realize sometimes until the backlash right? And once you get it one time on a national stage, but in church you know this. You get it on a national stage, you learn. You know what I'm saying?
And
sometimes it's too late.
Yeah, that be the thing, like because you don't know the family, you don't know, you know what this guy going through or what this has been, you know. That stuff got him kicked out the league. Like he ain't played since then, and he'll never play again.
And I think he was even heavy critiquing when he was trying to get back into the league. He had to do that little thing at the high school. He had them little tryouts, and it was like, this is like a moss shift. And then he was like, it's other stuff they go into it. He ain't, you know what I mean? It's some levels where he'll talk about it, but it sounds like he's coming off to personally get them. You know, the ways in and outs, like you said, he's been doing this for years.
Yeah.
You know how to poke at you without
he's a politic too now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Now, he's a politic too, because I wouldn't have went and did that tryout, and trying to get back into the league, moved everything around and kind of went after everybody when you're still trying to get back into the league. I wouldn't have went that hard. I wouldn't have did that. Right. I didn't understand that part of it, and maybe I need to give him a call and ask him like, what was all this about? But it's certain stuff that certain stuff you got to realize too. It is still their league.
Yeah, and that's what I tell everybody. You got to realize you're only good as your last paycheck. I've always said this, right? And at the end of the day, regardless of what we say and think, it's still the NFL, and it's still a sport. And they listen. This is just my own opinion, Trent. I'm asking you. Do the people care about the flag or the NFL?
And you know what? At this point, it's hard to answer that question.
I'm gonna say they care about the NFL because people say that this flag situation, that the NFL ratings will be down. It wasn't gonna happen, because of the flag and all that other stuff. Right now, most of the people who talked about the flag situation, right? The NFL is just as popular as it ever was. Yeah. So we ride for what we want to ride for, but at the end of the day, we do want people to entertain. America's a football basketball country. We love that. We just happen to have an anomaly that happened during that time with Colin Kaepernick and the Black Lives Matter and all that other stuff. It happened, and I'm sad it did. And I was on the wrong side of that. Let me just be clear. I said some things that I was out of pocket for, because guess what? I didn't understand everything that was going on at the time because it was happening live.
Yeah.
And you can get it wrong. I want to protect my black community. I'm a black man. I'm not a white man. I'm a conservative, but I am a black man, so I want to protect my black community. But at the same time, I have to try to give my opinion in a way that I understand it from a political standpoint of view, but also as a black man, and that's tough to do sometimes.
And let's be vet. You're a vet.
Yeah, vet. And you're not gonna get it right. So when he did it on the flag, I was upset because I saw him doing it. And I think what made me upset, it really wasn't Colin Kaepernick. I think it was the attention that he was getting for what he was doing. You know what I mean? Because he did sit on the sidelines for a long time and nobody ever knew it. You know what I'm saying? He kneeled. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't bothering anybody.
Yeah.
This is what got me with Colin Kaepernick. When he spoke, I don't think he was ready for everything that was going to come with it. And I don't think America was ready. I don't think he was ready to articulate everything that we need to do. Because I said this before, I understand now his point of view. But some of the things he did during and after that, I still disagree. Right, but I do understand the movement. And like I said, I had to go back and apologize for some of the stuff that I said, right? Because I got it wrong. I was on the wrong side, but I told you, I'm still a black man. But you can be like you and Reggie was going back and forth today on the NIL deal, right? Y'all on two different sides of that, right? So you can be wrong, but see, sometimes people call you that Uncle Tom, right? Because you just don't 100% agree with everything they said. Bro, I'm a grown man. I'm not monolithic to nobody. I'm entitled to my opinion. Just because I said something, that don't mean that I'm a sellout. I would tell people, you would never take my black card from me, no matter how much you try. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to ride black. You see what I'm saying? But because I believe it's something different, let me say my opinion. And if I'm wrong about it, let me be a man enough to go out there and apologize. That's what I did. And so I think when you're in this media business, you're going to make mistakes. But just be man enough to be able to talk to. If I say something about Trent on this radio, and Trent called me up, I need to be able to say.
You got to be able to answer that. As long as you answer that phone call, you gotta be able to answer that phone call and speak on your word.
Yeah, there you go.
But a lot of them guys ain't doing that. They're not standing on their word because you say all this and you go back and be like, you know what? I learned this, or I talked to this person or that person. I was wrong. But it's like, it ain't the fact that you're wrong, but it's like, don't put something out there that you haven't said. That's just like talking about the Brandon Miller situation. I can't sit out there and say that kid should be in jail too. We don't know all the facts.
Yeah.
And come to find out, this kid ain't had nothing to do with it. But Dick Vitale and Lars Anderson, they out there crucifying this boy.
That's true.
And trust me, I am sorry. Like this, we lost a lot. We lost 2 lives. That's something that you can never get back. But don't put somebody else in a situation that you don't have any information about, because you haven't, all the facts haven't came out to you. You just jumped the gun.
Trying to be first.
And that's the part with media right now. You know, back in the day, media was you have to have 3 sources. Back in the day, when you first did this game, right, you have to have 3 reliable sources. And if you don't have 3 reliable sources, it don't go to air. Now there's nothing vetted before it goes to air. Everybody gets to see a clip, watch it for a couple of seconds, and give their opinion on it. And then people take that as facts. I like what Joe likes to say. So what he say, they figure I done my research.
Yeah.
I may be the guy that want to get clickbait and say Joe Lockett got an afro. You see what I'm saying? Right? And he cut it off, but he, you know what I'm saying? But that's a filter behind it, but he got afro on for it. Because my fan base now believes me, and as long as I'm saying what they think it was, they're happy about it. That's the part about media. You always hear me, when we talk about it, I try to make sure if it's not running on 3 stations, when it comes to association or whatever, I don't talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't talk about anything that you hear. I tell anybody, if you're in media, Google it. If it don't pop up, right, on like 4 or 5 different things, it's not real or it's not vetted yet.
Yeah.
And if it pop up on, if you Google it, whatever you're talking about, whatever it is, football, whatever, and if you Google it, go to the most credible sources and see the similarities.
Yeah.
And take those facts right there and only talk about those. And then from that part there, you can say, well, this is my opinion for what I have read so far. It can change. Save lives. That's what and that's why I've always done it. But when the Barack Obama and the Colin Kaepernick situation, it was running so much and opinions all over the place, I felt I could get away with my opinion before I stated a lot of facts, because fact was not there in the beginning. It was just a lot of opinionated stuff. So everybody, all the sources was being opinionated. From CNN to Fox News to MSNBC, when they called it was opinionated. So I felt I could do the same thing. I could do it, and I did. The backlash behind it, that can kill you. And it hurt me. I'm not gonna say a lie. I got tore up on that one. The black community living in Birmingham, Alabama. It wasn't for some of my friends in Alabama going on some of the black radio stations. Man, I don't know if I could have been in Alabama. Real talk.
Yeah.
Because they really, when I say my black card in Alabama almost got revoked, bro. Y'all laughing. I am so serious.
Black somewhere in Georgia,
bro.
And crazy as we talking about the flag situation, right?
Yeah.
I was playing with the Lions at the time with the Birmingham team, and I don't know what it was. I don't know if I was kneeling or I think I was like tying my shoe or something, or I was doing something, or it was they was doing the they was singing the Star Spangled Banner and stuff. I don't know what I was doing, but I had got a call from the owner. I mean, the owner's pretty cool. He was like, what's going on? I was like, man, what's going on? Everything good? Just owner of the league. Well, yeah, man, I was just trying to make sure, was you not doing such a standing or whatever it was. I don't know if I was not standing or not. Maybe I didn't stop what I was doing. Maybe I was still straight. Like, was you doing that because of what's going on with the Kaepernick situation? And I didn't think nothing about it. Like, nah.
Right.
I wasn't even thinking about it.
Right.
Mentally at that point in time, I'm getting focused for the game. Like my head is like being running somebody over the first play of the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not. That's not even. My mind is not on the flag at that time.
Right.
But I got a phone call about it, and just like that's how serious that situation was.
Wow. Yeah. And they was looking at you, even in the league, they was looking all around to see if you was doing something.
Oh yeah.
While the Star Spangled Banner was going on, while they were raiding the flag, anything that had to do patriotic, they was watching to see, and they was commenting. They had ample topics from Fox and from ESPN.
And so my thing is, when it came to Tebow, nobody made a fuss about that with Tebow.
Because Tebow hit the knee, and he hit the knee every
He was doing it forever. And it was never a topic. But it was like, how in the world did y'all pick out Colin Kaepernick? And y'all picked him out and chose to talk about this after the game out of somewhere. Because at this time, you got to think about it now, Kaepernick wasn't really playing. But they found that man, and picked him out. Out of all 53 players that's on the field that's dressed out on that sideline, and the 53 on the other sideline, they found Kaepernick, and they picked him out of everybody.
I'm gonna tell you what, Trent. Sometimes in life, man, news stories in this business happen as a number. Yeah, I'm just being honest with you. I've been doing this a long time. There's a lot of things that it don't hit, but sometimes Colin Kaepernick's situation hit at the right time in America. Yeah, and he just happened to be in the right place, at the wrong place, the right place at the wrong time. The person who wrote the story, it got credibility by somebody, and then it took on a life of its own because he had the platform of the NFL. It was the perfect storm. A black guy, Colin Kaepernick on the NFL team. The right person picked it up. Somebody talked about it. A show picked it up. Boom, there it was. Go do the research. It's not nobody picked him out. It was just like I said. It was a perfect storm, and that's where America and we were in our country at that time. And he just happened to become the poster child for it at that time because now with social media, everybody ran with it. And so now when we talking about Colin Kaepernick, guess what? Whoever controls, whoever controls the eyeballs and the eardrums in this game, win the money. It was never about Colin Kaepernick. It was about keeping everybody's attention on their cell phones or radio or TV. So that was the story to talk about. Anything, if you said Colin Kaepernick, if you was a Fox person watching, if you said Colin Kaepernick on CNN, on radio, or Bama, whatever, those names are trigger names. Whoever name can control eyeballs and eardrums, that's who's going to win the media cycle for 48 to 72 hours.
Hey, people are childish. Somebody just on my line saying, boy, when Kaepernick took them braids out and picked out that fruit, said the league got him up out of y'all crazy.
Hey, and that's when you start wearing them socks too. I was like,
something wrong with y'all. Yeah, he did.
He one thing I said about him, his PR person, his family, whoever was around him, was very smart to keep. He's never done an interview. Everything he ever let the media tell his story,
control the narrative of it, and
he got paid. He got paid off of it.
He got paid. I didn't even think about that.
But when I say Colin Kaepernick played this thing to the T, because he pimped the platform, okay, his brand and everything is because there were people against him and there were people for him. Colin Kaepernick made more money off of this than he ever would have made in the NFL.
So I got a question for you because I know we got to go on a break. I'm gonna tee this up. So do you put Cam Newton, Colin Kaepernick, and Brandon Miller in the same situation right now? I want you to tell me, get back. Listen, we're going to take a break. When we get back with the ropes with TR3, man, we got a few questions we want answered, and I think I got the guys here that can educate me on a little bit more, man. So I'll be right back with the ropes with TR3.
Inspired by quality ingredients and excellent service, Edgar's Bakery has been a staple of Alabamian celebrations since 1998. What started as a small neighborhood bakery, founded by Terry and Dottie Smith in Birmingham, has expanded to 10 locations throughout Alabama. Edgar's Bakery offers hot, delicious breakfast and lunch options, in addition to grab-and-go deli items. They offer a wide range of pastries and desserts, including cookies, bars, brownies, cakes, and much more, made entirely from scratch, using fresh, natural ingredients. Shop for gifts and merchandise in store, including everyday and seasonal home decor items. Edgar's has something for everyone. They also offer catering, shipping, and delivery options. Visit their website today at edgarsbakery.com or stop by a location near you.
Walk On Sports Bistro puts everything they've got into bringing you game day with a taste of Louisiana. Dig into their mouth-watering, made-from-scratch Louisiana dishes or fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads, all in front of 70-plus TVs with more than 40 beers on tap. Watching at home, Walk-Ons is available to go. Order online or through the Walk-Ons mobile app. Visit Walk-Ons in Tuscaloosa, Hoover, Montgomery, and Mobile. Walk-On Sports Bistro, more than a restaurant.
Hey, Birmingham, thinking about making your next move? The Randy Brooks team at Avast Realty is ready to help you with your real estate needs. It's buying or selling, they have the tools and expertise to get you from for sale to sold. Whether you're looking in the city or want space to stretch out, call us at 205-965-6645. That's 205-965-6645. Real estate is key to building long-term wealth, so call the Randy Brooks team at 205-965-6645 and let's get you from for sale to sold today. 205-965-6645. Your dream has an address. Let's find it. New construction home searching can be challenging for buyers. The solution is the Avast Realty New Construction Home Team at 205-965-6645. Their relationships with the top new home builders in the state means they have the most up-to-date information on new home inventory. And as your buyer agent, the Avast Realty New Home Construction Team will give you 1% of our commission to use towards your new home purchase. So put the knowledge, expertise, and professionalism of the team to work for you and contact the Avast Realty New Construction Team at 205-965-6645 today. Again, that's 205-965-6645. Call today because your new home is waiting. Commission share disclosed on sales contract and closing statement.
Excuse me, do you know how long halftime is for a Crimson Tide football game?
15 minutes?
12 minutes?
18 minutes? I'm pretty sure 12 minutes.
Actually, halftime at Alabama lasts 20 minutes. Any idea how long it takes to complete a mortgage application?
An hour and a half.
Probably like 3 hours at least.
It takes a couple days.
I'm going to go with 45 minutes.
Actually, at Assurance Financial, you can apply for a mortgage in less time than halftime. Find out more by visiting them at assurancemortgage.com. That's assurancemortgage.com.
Equal housing opportunity, NMLS 70876.
Call Chase Brooks at 205-612-4046.
Tax time is just around the corner. It would be a great time to purchase your new home. Capco Builders is a company who has been building manufactured homes for the last 20 years. If you are in the state of Alabama, go by and see one of our local retailers today. J&J Homes in Coleman, Repo Land in Albertville, Oxford Housing in Oxford, Freedom Homes in Jasper, Miller Homes in Opelika, Discount Home Sales in Enterprise, Spartan in Summerdale, Daystar in Sylacauga and Clanton, and always remember, Capco Builders, where quality comes first.
Welcome back with the Roast with TR3, man. We were just talking about the difference between playing quiet, I guess, or would it be playing quiet and letting the media tell the narrative of the story and you just eating off of it?
Pretty much, know when to shut up. If you got in trouble, right? You got to know. And this depends on Trent. You at that level. Your PR team, who you are as a person, your brand, and what you're trying to do. Because when you become the person like you are, you represent more than just you.
Yeah.
Now, what does it look like when you got, if you're in trouble, you done said something in the media, or you done messed around and got in the college situation, and you got Subway, you got Nike. These are your bosses.
Yeah.
You're representing their brands, their shoes, their clothes, the food that you eat. Right? Now you're in trouble. You got to have somebody that's going to be your mouthpiece. You can't be the mouthpiece because guess what? Nothing Trent says once he get in trouble is going to be the right thing. Unless you did something against a woman in this game, you got to come out in a public apology.
I was about to say. I was just about to ask you about the COVID situation.
You have to come out and public. The world wants you. Don't answer no questions, but you better say I'm sorry.
Yeah,
if you do something to a woman, you better say you're sorry. But other than that, a social issue, you can't win. In my humble opinion, like I said, I've been doing it for 10 years. Y'all can't win if you say something incorrect or you just do something about it. Let your lawyers or your PR person do the talking for you. But with women, they're going to have to put you in a box, say what you need to say or being sorry, and then get out of there. Or have a control, like, you guys can have a control interview where they pick the questions that can be asked. Get that out there, pump that out there to the media, and you have to disappear and then let the news cycle that down. Because one thing people realize in this business, what we do is the news cycle always wears down. Always.
Yeah.
The news cycle is 24, 48 to 72 hours.
So what's the best? And I want both of y'all to answer this. I know y'all both got different point of views. What's the best advice that you can give Brandon Miller right now?
How old is he? Make sure.
Maybe 18. He's a freshman, maybe 18, 17, 18, one of them.
My best advice for him, I'm pretty sure we probably gonna agree on this. Yo, the best thing to do is to be quiet. Anything on social, because you know how we is, at least because he around my age. Yo, they gonna say something to you on social media. That's gonna happen regardless. You feel me? You gotta leave that alone. You gotta be deaf ear. You gotta be numb to all the talk, because people finna go out their way to find you to talk to you. You feel me? And I think that will be the best thing for him, because he's still gonna have to, even in his personal life, they gonna come up there. You know how Bama is. They gonna do that up there. I did part-time security work at Bama, and college kids is gonna do some stupid stuff, but some of them go out their way for whoever it is to make a point.
Yeah.
And if they feel morally or whatever it is, people got their own motives, but however they feel morally, yo, they finna come after you. So don't make it as worse or worser than it can already be, because you already commenting to folks that that's on the social media networks or whatever. Because the media itself is gonna find that too. Now you gotta deal with them, social media, and what you gotta do with a person. Yeah.
For the people who don't know, Trent, can you tell us what the Brandon Miller situation is?
So the Brandon Miller situation is, for the people who don't know, a basketball player at University of Alabama, star player. He just had 41 the other night against South Carolina, went off. But right now he's the best player in the country, hands down.
Hands down.
Yeah, hands down, best player in the country. And the situation is, Darius Miles got into it. I don't know. Somebody got into it with somebody, but Darius Miles had a gun, and the young lady ended up getting shot. But Darius Miles left the gun in Brandon's car, and he texted Brandon and told Brandon he left the gun in there. He didn't bring my gun.
Brandon was already on his way back to you.
Yeah, and he was already on his way back. So what they saying right now, I don't even think Bro seen it. He was already on his way back before all this stuff went on. But he brought him the gun. So people are trying to crucify Brandon for bringing him the gun. But when Brandon got there, he pulled up, didn't know what was going on. His car gets shot up. And now he's supposed to be part of this case. And it's like, well, if I didn't know what was going on and somebody told me to bring my gun, first of all, why the hell you got a gun in my car? You could get it out of my car.
Yeah.
Here you go. Dropping this off to you and I'm gone.
You're gonna come back anyway. Especially if it's not yours.
Because if I get pulled over with this gun in my car, and anything loaded or not, that's what is it 8 years of bullet in the chamber? Something like that?
I think now you're in the Southern States. If you're not
If it's 8
registered
or
for that
10?
gun, they're trying to get you for having it. You got either clip and you got one in the chamber.
Yeah, and don't let it be hollered to. Like it adds on more. Like, but my thing is, like, everybody was trying to crucify this boy like he had a part to do. They were trying to say he blocked the girl off and off, but it's on video that he was just pulling up. And as he pulled up, his car getting shot at. He pulled out. But it's like, bro, like you're trying to crucify this young man. First of all, y'all don't even know the real whole story. All the facts still haven't came out. There's way more to that story than they were trying to say. You know, I don't even want to go there. But it's way more story to what they're saying.
There's more stuff that's gonna come out a little bit.
And then even with Darius Miles' situation, right? It was Darius Miles' gun. But Darius Miles wasn't on the street. But they're not talking about the other kid, because the other kid is not Darius Miles or Brandon Miller. Right? They ain't even talking about Darius Miles no more. They just talking about Brandon Miller because he's clickbait. And it's just like, come on, man. Like, they're gonna take down.
But they will. I mean,
another one.
But Trent, that's what media does.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you go there and do a hero story, you're gonna be a hero for a day. If you go there and do something bad, you're gonna be a villain for 72 hours a month. Right?
Yeah.
And if you're the person that's gonna be the clickbait, and you Alabama's the platform.
Yeah.
You're a black man, gun, perfect storm. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? So now I can see what I can do in radio. I can take this story and I can say, well, this is what happened with Alabama and Brandon Miller that scored 42 last night. This is a situation that we're talking about right now, and I know this ain't the kind of form with Alabama, but it was Brandon Miller 42. He found himself in a situation. Should he have been there?
No, you good at this.
The highest,
But
it was
you
the
know,
highest
that-
any
but
Alabama basketball
I'm
player
in my
ever
right to
scored.
do that.
Yeah.
Single
Because
game, the highest any Alabama basketball player ever scored. So
Yeah.
like Joe's saying, they're going to be trying to get any type of dart they could throw at them, any kind of dagger, because this is the best season Alabama basketball has had. So people are just looking for something.
Yeah. But it's like, we can say that, you know, he shouldn't have been there, but it's like, well, if somebody asks for their property, they're, especially if they're gun, I'm fit to go take this man's gun. It shouldn't be in my car. This is in my car. If something happened to me, I get pulled over, and I am the big star. So guess what? They might not be. I'm going to let this man go, and I've been in a situation like that, bro. The scariest thing ever. Hauled out my freshman year in college, driving somebody else's car, and they had a gun in it, and I did not know it. And the police officer was an LSU fan.
Oh Lord,
bro.
Wow. Oh, you in the wrong part of town right now.
Man,
Oh,
and I'm back at home. I'm driving somebody's car back at home. By the time I get back to school, I get called a Nick Saban. And he was telling me, I want you to write this man a letter, call him. He's supposed to be gone. Like, you ain't supposed to be good. They were like, I didn't know, coach. Like, and it was one of my teammates' cars. Like I said, this is deja vu for me. This is the same situation.
Right.
And it was just like, bro, like, but this, you know, this teammate also had a license too, for it.
Let me say, actually, this Trent, because you're in media now.
Yeah.
Okay. It's your job now, Trent. You're on the other side of it. You're not a player no more, right?
Yeah.
It's your job to report this story. Okay. This is your job. This is what we're looking to you, right? So you got to report what you know, not what you feel, right? Your job now is different than being a football player, right? So now you done made your phone calls, you done got everything you did. Now you got to report on this black man that may mess up his career, but now it's your job. What are you doing?
So what I do my best to get down to, and I try to wait before I report any story that comes out with any beatings, mass killings, or shootings, whatever, you know, something that's big like that. I try to find out everything I can to not tear somebody or bring somebody else down that it definitely didn't have nothing to do with it or wasn't in the wrong. Now, if he was in the wrong with that, he definitely needs to. This young man didn't have nothing to do with it.
Are you? I haven't. I don't know. I'm not up on the show. Are we 100% for sure?
Yeah, it's out in the media. The video's out in the media that this young man didn't have nothing to do with it. They was trying to say he blocked the girl in. On the video, it shows that he did not block the young lady in. His car got hit. He got up out of there. He didn't know what was going on. That's like me pulling up to work, and he was coming outside to go to your car get some Powerade.
Right.
Gatorade.
Yeah, exactly.
I said, your show already over. He said, I'll give you something to drink.
Yeah, sure did.
Now, if you come back in, or if you come out here and you come back in with a gun to the studio,
right?
Hey, I don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah. I pull off. Hey.
Right.
I don't know what's going on.
Right.
But so, am I a part of that because you came up and I spoke to you too?
Right.
Now I'm speaking to you, and I don't know if bro spoke to the dude or not, but now I'm speaking to you.
Right.
So does that make me a part of it? Because I spoke to you?
No, but because you're that guy, they're gonna run with your name.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Richardson was up there when
Lockett
got up here.
It's just a lose-lose situation because I don't want my name involved in any of that at all.
Right. Yeah. I think it's tough, but people don't have to. There's the player human side, then there's the media sensational side, and everybody loves the Trent Richardson. If you are a person of brand status like Trent Richardson, like Reggie, and all these guys, right? I'm sorry, you can't be normal.
Yeah,
you can't do what I do because when something goes bad for Joe Lockett, it's gonna be different if Trent Richardson next to me.
Yeah,
Trent gonna get in trouble for what Joe Lockett did. I probably gonna get some years, but people ain't gonna never hear about me. But you finna lose endorsement deals. You gonna run the story. You're gonna be the main headline for the next 72 hours. So I would say to all the young kids, and what you say to Trent, if you that guy or that young lady in that spot of the spotlight, you can't be normal no more. Even if you haven't got the money yet, you can't put yourself out there still hang out with the homeboys and the homegirls.
I'm like, dang. I had to separate myself early. I had to separate myself in high school from my best friends and my family, like my cousin. That's who I used to hang out. I didn't have many friends growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was taught your family was your friends growing up.
Yeah.
And so I had to separate because they were doing stuff that I couldn't do, like smoking cigarettes, smoking blacks because they thought it was cool,
right?
Skipping school,
right?
Beating people up on the weekend, beating up the same people that we was cool with, and they were just like, bro, like I'm cool with these people. Like, how can I, I ain't got no problem with it because I stay over here. I got a beef with them because y'all got beef with them,
right?
And I done been at work all damn day,
right?
Like I don't like now it's come back to me to where I can either be the mediator and don't fight and go back to it. Now I'm gonna have to fight everybody,
right?
Yeah, or just try to keep all of it separated, or just don't go,
right?
So it comes, when you from where you from, like we from, it's just different, bro. Like I get it, but one thing about it, like I've learned, like separate yourself fast. Don't let your past dictate your future. And what I mean by that, just because I'm from the hood, my kids don't have to know or what I've been through, and they're definitely not from the hood.
Man, this is why you call the show On the Ropes. I love it, man, because you done been through the ropes. You done been at the highest level. You're still at the highest level. But I love and respect what you're doing in this game, man, because you're bringing the game back to the everyday kids. And I tell everybody, man, if they're going to listen to this show, y'all listen to Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith to get all the drama. But what y'all need to do, Real Talk America, y'all need to listen to my boy Trent, CR3 every evening, right? For 2 hours. Let him take you home to tell you the real and get in the trenches about how and what your kid needs to do. So when they get to the next level, they don't end up on Shannon Sharp show or the Stephen A. Smith show. If you listen to Trent, because Trent been there, think about it. You don't understand Alabama. You got a special show here. You got Trent and Reggie here telling y'all what it is and what to do. You can actually call into this man's show and ask a question about your child. This is what people need to understand, that how special he done came back, made it. Now he's back in his hometown and he's giving this information out. Putting this show out there to tell you guys if your kid is in this situation, like you do with the Brandon Miller situation and everything else. Think about that. On the road, CR2, man. I feel blessed to be sitting next to. I mean, I'm not in this game, but I feel kind of special, man. Because if I get a child, man, I go mentor him, but I'm going to be telling them stuff because I did some of the stuff you told me. I had no idea.
Yeah.
But I've never sat next to an NFL player that I talked about. You know what I mean? Because I looked at you as my headline.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
You my headline.
Yeah.
Your name got me eyeballs in eardrum.
Yeah.
When I'm on radio, you bring your drums to me. So if I'm talking about Trent Richardson, you mess around and run it bad and you go out there and you say something crazy. I'm on my Trent Richardson, the bad boy down in Alabama, but guess what he did last night to that girl? I don't think that was quite right, y'all. You can call 816.
Yeah. And it's been situations like that, like, bro, y'all listen. And I've seen a lot of situations that NFL players, NBA players, pro athletes take a lot of blame for stuff that they didn't do because they don't want to sell out or hurt the next person, or they're so catered to taking care of that person or making sure that they're protected. And it could be something that somebody else did, and you're just around it, and you'll still take the blame. I got a perfect example. One of my teammates, somebody ran his car into somebody and ran, totaled his car, ran, but he had to take the blame for it because it was his name and he didn't understand his folks.
I'm telling you,
Trent,
I'm telling you. I'm being honest.
That homeboy's gonna be out,
bro.
Man, we ain't cool.
Now you gotta think about this though. At the time, you're talking to a kid that's 19, 20, still going back and forth from back home, and he's a star at Bama. And it's kind of like, growing up where we from, like you gonna stay to the code or what? It's hard to separate that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard.
I get you, because if you already part of that life, they're gonna expect you to be down. And if you ain't, not just you gonna have a consequence, but they already know who you know, or who goes to you. So you probably gonna hold it different.
That's true. But age Trent is not the age I am now. We're gonna do things differently.
Yeah, we're gonna do it
You know what I'm saying?
definitely different.
Because our responsibility, because we see now.
Yeah.
Loyalty don't mean we talked about loyalty earlier today, but this type of loyalty is different.
Yeah, way different.
You got to be loyal to yourself and your kids and your family first.
That's what people don't realize. Being loyalty to yourself, your immediate to your kids, like, man, if you can't do that, it's something wrong. You loving, okay, but are you loving the right way? Because you're not loving on yourself.
Right.
You're not loving on them kids. Like I had to redefine myself with love for myself, for my family. Like I had to. Because if I didn't, man, like ain't no telling where I'd be right now. And I think going out to Canada was the best thing for me because I got away from everybody. People couldn't put their hands on me. People couldn't have their hands out. People couldn't just call me up. People couldn't come visit me. First of all our folks ain't got no damn passport.
Some of them can't get one.
Yeah.
I'm still working on mine.
I barely got mine at the time.
Right.
But when you go through stuff and you see that, like you develop different, like, and that's when the wisdom kick in. That's when you get the different love than having grandma and granddaddy love. Because grandma and granddaddy love has always been different. It's so genuine that you can't get out of it. Like you stuck with that type of love. But when you start getting personal and start thinking like, well, dang, if I do this, if I give y'all this, you gonna be nothing left for the pot, for my home. And if y'all want this and want that, or y'all want me to do this and do that, you know, I'm gonna have time to spend. And that was another reason why I didn't go back to the league, because everybody would ask me, like, you gonna go back? It's a lot of stuff I ain't doing with my kids. My girls getting older. I ain't never been to a father's daughter then. I never got to see my kids leave, my girls. Never got to go to a real gymnastics meet when we was doing all that. Now they're older, it's kind of like my cell phone now, Dad. I'm good. I can drive now. I'm good.
Right.
So it's like, you know, it's different. Like it's different roles. I used to tell Nick all the time, like, man, I feel like a coward. Because they're like, why you say that? And this is why I respect Coach A. Like, you're like, man, everything you do is for me. I remember when Nick came to my house and did my own video. It was a drive-by outside. So this is what you need to do about it. You still keep doing it for your kids. And that was the hardest thing to do, is to tell Nick at the time in high school. Because I didn't want to get labeled. Yeah, he get here around all these girls, all he gonna do is have kids. And that was the best thing for me, as far as having my child early, because I had to focus on a different level. Because if not, I probably would have just close again something crazy. Dead, jail.
Yeah.
So what is so different about you, Craig?
The mind. Like he's a mind challenger. Like he's a physical. Like Nick has us around all type of psychiatrists. He teaches the mindset. He teaches different. Like he don't teach. It ain't just about physical. He let the guys on wait to teach. But what he does, he brings in guys. Like Nick Brown being one of the biggest mafia guys ever. Like this. And he was just like, bro, how do you like, what is going on?
Somebody.
Right. But the first behind it was what though?
He was just teaching us. I'm like, don't. This time they were talking about how guys can program, stuff like that. How powerful he was. You know, how he was teaching us about how he used to, you know, pay kids off. Like, hey, I did you this favor. Now you got to miss these points.
Okay.
Oh, now you got to take a sack. You know, he was showing us how easy it is to get into that. Because at that time, NCAA was so hard and cracked down on us. You had guys, you know, who couldn't work or couldn't do this and that. If somebody slipped them $100 or paid for their meal, you get kicked off the team. You lose the whole scholarship. So you bring guys like that. You bring guys like Trevor, that he's kind of sports psychiatrist. He's a sports psychiatrist. He was a sports psychiatrist. So, but he would have teams like us, Florida State, Georgia, Auburn, you know, all the guys that really was. But Nick would teach the mind at a different rate. like that mind was so critical to him because at the end of the day, like you had guys like Mark Van or Mark who there was incarcerated.
Yeah.
So you gotta cater to his mind. And he understood that you getting all these guys out the hood who had single parent houses, you gotta be able to cater to their mind.
You became a father.
A big father to it. Whether people don't like it or not, the way he did it, I love the man. I'm always indebted into him and Alabama what they done for me and my family. Because he did something that somebody else can do for me. He gave me an opportunity and he pushed me at a different level.
How did he get you to listen?
And it came off the respect, man. Like I respect him at a different level because when I first met him, I was like,
right,
this Nick Saban,
right,
he's not this big,
right.
But like his whole demeanor, like he know who he is.
He like you know.
Yeah, he know who he is, but it was just like at the same time he was a fan at the same time, but he wanted to make sure that he catered to my needs too. Listen, man, it's been a great show. Listen, y'all. I'm sorry we got to cut this off. We might stay a little live on the on Instagram, but man, we gotta go, man. It's Friday. Y'all gonna enjoy y'all day. We had a great show with Joe Lockett today, and Nephew was on the show. Reggie was on the show. He got that lineup. He acting a little different now. Listen, y'all make sure y'all come back next week, man. We are on the ropes with TR3, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all social media platforms, man. And you do have us on Bama Insider, and we do have Spotify. So listen, I'll see y'all next week, man, with the ropes with TR3.
DJC FM HD3 Birmingham and 95.3 W237 EK Birmingham.